This is not going to be a calm Thanksgiving. We're talking about very cold, freezing temperatures across ginormous portions of the United States. We're talking about possibility of up to 6+ inches of snow in some portions of the U.S. during Thanksgiving, among severe weather and other things. Let's talk about the next 7 days and what to expect this Thanksgiving when it comes to weather. Right now, not a whole lot going on. We have a little tiny low pressure system over here in California and one there north of the Great Lakes, and then high pressure in the Caribbean. Not super active. We did see some severe storms and flooding down there in Texas, but that is done away with us now. So as we go forward with this just a little bit, we can see that we have a nice little trough ejection from that place in California up towards the Rockies, and then the exit region of that trough is going to be there along Texas. This is where we could see some tornadoes, maybe some hail and wind. We'll talk about that in just a second. So that's a pretty nice low pressure system right there, and that's what's going to be driving a lot of moisture and storms over here on Monday. And then as we fast forward, it could also impact areas like Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana, and the Dixie Valley area as a whole. So that while that low pressure system is cooling off there, we could see another little trough come down here into Montana, maybe North Dakota. And so both these are very weak. And then it'll basically form into one giant low pressure system anywhere from Minnesota down there to the Great Lakes region. And this is going to bring some cooler temperatures and maybe even some snowfall as well. And then right after Thanksgiving, we could see a very active weather pattern as well. And let's talk about our severe weather that's coming here on Monday. So right now, we have a day 3 marginal risk, which is actually pretty impressive this far out. So right now, it just has a 5% of any general severe weather threat. But we could also see a couple tornadoes, but mostly damaging wind and hail. This is what it could look like. We have some mixed snow over there in the Rockies Mountains, and then that could traverse into a big line of supercells and thunderstorms. And then that'll traverse in the Texas area. We could see some a little more damaging wind threat towards the north of that area, and then that'll move on and continue to produce supercellular or thunderstorms across the Dixie Valley from Texas all the way up there near the Ohio Valley, and then that'll go off and we'll be done with that. But so we can see there's a little snow there in North Dakota and Minnesota, so we could see some snow there as well. This is a few days out, so it's not going to be super accurate, but it does give a pretty good idea. So by on Tuesday, let's look at what our total snowfall could be. Right now we're looking at right around 1 to 3 inches across most areas. Maybe if you get closer to the eastern, northeastern portion of Minnesota, could see maybe 4 inches. That is not going to be our only concern over this Thanksgiving time period. We have some pretty nice temperatures right now, not too bad, but then we're going to see a cold shock come through right in time for Thanksgiving, unfortunately. So starting at the 25th, where that low pressure system does compile into one near the Great Lakes region, we could see lots of freezing temperatures overnight on Tuesday, and then this is only just going to get worse from here. We could see highs also in the freezing temperatures in the north, unfortunately. Now here on Thursday, we can see high temperatures in the south, 60s and 70s. Perfect. But as we get up north towards Iowa, Nebraska, and the Ohio Valley, we're seeing 40s. Nothing's going to really break over 50 degrees. And up in the north, places could be as high as 20 degrees all day, which is very unfortunate for you all in Thanksgiving. On Thursday night, we could see the possibility of temperatures being 12 or 10 degrees there in North Dakota. And then it's going to be pretty chilly across most of the U.S. this time of year. And then as we go forward on Thanksgiving, this is Friday the 28th, Black Friday, we could see freezing temperatures all the way down there, maybe into Kentucky and stuff like that. So that's not very good if y'all do not like the cold. But if you like the cold, good news for you guys. And then as we move forward, we can see a absolutely monster cold Arctic cold blast. You're literally taking cold air from the Arctic and you're moving it to the United States. Some places might see the negatives already in just the beginning of December. This is December 2nd or December 1st lows places might get negative 14 degrees up there in North Dakota. This isn't exactly what our temperatures are going to look like, but this gives us a rough idea that we could see up to 40 degrees below average temperatures in some portions of the United States. This is a little far back to make any decisions on, but we have to really be watching out for this as you're traveling back to your house. If you do live anywhere like this, it's going to get it might get really cold in the very beginning of December. It's looking very active. I'm not the only person saying this either. The Climate Prediction Center for the next 6 to 10 days is showing up to 70 chances of temperatures being below average, centered right there in Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, and Wisconsin, and generally, basically, the entire central portion of the United States and eastern. The only places that might be above average is down there in Florida and California, Nevada region. As we go to our 8 through 14 days, we can see that almost the entire country is going to be below average when it comes to temperatures, especially up to, like I said, negative 10 degrees might be possible. If you want to listen and hear more about that, we'll update you in just a few days on what the temperatures and any active or weather patterns or snow are going to be looking like. Just subscribe to the channel, leave a thumb up. And if you want other people to hear about this awesome weather forecast, go ahead and leave a comment down. It really helps out the channel. When it comes to precipitation, it is also going to be above normal. So right now, the entire country above normal for the next 6 to 10 days, and the next 8 to 4 days, basically the entire country is going to be above normal when it comes to precipitation as well, rain and snow included. So let's break it down into simpler terms of what you can see on your radar. So right now, that's our low pressure system we're talking about in California today. Kind of looks like a hurricane, but it's really not. It does look pretty cool though. And then we have some scattered showers across the south central United States, down there from Iowa all the way down to Louisiana. And so as that makes our way, and we have our trough that makes our way down into Colorado, that's when we could see some of that rain and showers go all the way up there towards Minnesota, and we could see lots of snowfall in the back end of that in the Rockies area. And we also have a high pressure system in the east. So as this low pressure does merge into one somewhere right around Minnesota Great Lakes region, we could see lots of snowfall down there in the Dakotas and Minnesota as a possibility. This is a few days out, so it's not going to be exactly accurate, but we will update you in just a couple days on this. This is on Tuesday. We'd see a swirling low pressure system that doesn't really move very much for a couple days. So that might dump a lot of rainfall in North Dakota, and we could even see snow as far south as Iowa. This isn't going to be perfect. And then rain is just going to be up and down the East Coast on Wednesday. And as that moves out, we could see the possibility of lake effect snow in places like Michigan, Wisconsin, and even portions of New York and Pennsylvania. And then as that moves off, things become uncertain. But if we do have a really crazy Arctic blast that comes through, which is what we're thinking might happen, we could see widespread snow. We could see our first really good snowfall of the year for portions of Northern America. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll keep you updated every single day on these forecasts. Mezzo Capital Weather Association at your service, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday.